Hey everybody, good evening, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup, shall we? Pick up where we left off with this pale Draconian of the humid, and just really see if we can give Zot a run for his or her money. Hey, Asterix! How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Peacock, what's up, my friend? Yes, that's right. We got the Steam Dragon going. You know it. Rolling here. Asterix, I just wanted to tell you, I'm sorry I had been belated in doing it, but I did add you to my auto-host list, as you reminded me again that you were streaming the other day, and I was like, whoops, I'm so forgetful, but I finally got you there, so you will be auto-hosted next time you're streaming. Of course. Anything I can do to help. I think it's so awesome. Anybody, as many people can stream Dungeon Crawl as possible is a win for the game, for just spreading the love about this painful and soul-crushing game. So, let me look at myself. I have a staff of Conjuration. I actually have several staves right at this point. I have a +3 buckler, +2 hat, cloak, gloves, boots, a reasonable amulet, although I don't really like Spirit Shield on my caster, and my rings could use some serious work. I have awful will, which is magic resistance, basically. I have a good intelligence. I'm at full piety. Magic okay, hit points okay, but the real key is that we can breathe our steam if we need to, and our spells. So we are at the point with our magic where we can now blink, which is huge, being able to blink. And then on top of that, we have Airstrike, Fulminant Prism, Orb of Destruction down to 4%, Lightning Bolt, Lightning Spire. We have a bunch of damage, and that's great. Yeah, Peacock, that's what, and that's a really good point. If anyone is curious, beyond the damage that Steam does, it also blocks line of sight. It creates clouds that block line of sight, so it can help you escape if you need to, or just help you not get hit by ranged people from the back and things. So it has some real utility that is important to remember. Thanks for bringing that up. So we're in the Orcish Mines, and we've cleared Orcish Mines 1. I have this staff of Conjuration, but I also have a staff of Air, and so it kind of depends on what I want to cast, but I can switch between them if I feel like it. I also have a kite shield, and I kind of want to switch to a kite shield someday. I am right now working on training up my dodging for the moment, just because the level is so low, it requires very little, and it's pumping our evasion. I'm going to be training probably Conjurations and Earth Magic until they get really, really onerous, like maybe 25 cost plus or something like that. But this is where we're at right now. In terms of our exploration, we've done the lair, we've done the temple, of course, we've done the dungeon down to 12, and we've been to level 2 of the Orcish Mines, but we haven't completed it. We haven't touched the elf, and we haven't made any progress at all on any runes, and that's fine. So, let's just go ahead and pick up some gold. There's gold everywhere, and you know what we can use is gold, because we can always spend it on level 2 of the Orcish Mines, providing we survive long enough to get down there. Now, I was having some trouble with these stairways, because there were stone giants and other really, really mean people throwing cyclopses and things, throwing rocks and giving me a hard time. So this might be bad, but I'm going to step down and just take a look. Okay, so this is what we're dealing with now. We have Maurice, which I'm not worried about. We have some people throwing rocks and boomerangs at us, which, whatever. And we have an Orcish priest smiting us. Okay, but nothing that's going to just chunk me for 50. So I'm just going to stare dance these baby orcs up the steps and take them down. I can just kill them with my staff, to be honest. Remember, I have a staff of Conjuration, and we are in version 0.26, and I believe that they have reworked this staff so it functions perhaps differently than it once did. But if I look at my staff of Conjuration, you can see that if you are skilled with evocations and conjurations, you can blast those you strike with pure energy, dealing irresistible damage, which is what I just did right here, where it says you blast the orc. So it gives you some extra damage. Now, evocations, my skill is only 7. It's not super high. I could definitely revisit that, but I don't plan on bapping people with my staff except to preserve magic points in situations where efficiency is key. So, like being in the Abyss or something like that, where you really need to save up your magic. Alright. I'm going to step down. Maurice has turned himself invisible, and that's fine. I'm actually going to use a different staircase. There's just absolutely no reason to be next to Maurice right there. Let's see, who's here? Alright, this is a Cyclops, so there is still somebody throwing big rocks at me. How many rocks do you have left? You have one. It says he's quivering a large rock, so he only has 1 rock left. Now, here's the deal. I understand that in the next version, which I'm not in, so I don't have to worry about it, but they're going to remove perhaps quivers, or they're going to let enemies have more than 1 rock or unlimited rocks, or I don't understand exactly how it's going to work, but basically that my trick, which is normally of just letting stone giants and cyclopses throw their stones away so that they're easier. There we go. Hey, Snack, good evening. How you doing, friend? Snack is clarifying this. So it's basically ranged enemies have no ammo constraints. So that means that the Cyclops could, in perpetuity, throw large rocks at me. So the strategy of just dodging, waiting them out, is out the window, which makes them considerably harder. And just kind of changes the way you want to play against them. So I'm going to just set down a lightning spire, I think. Oh, here comes a stone giant. How are you doing? Hey, St. Roz, what's up? Good evening, my friend. It is nasty, right? Especially against somebody like this. Like this dude right here, the stone giant. This guy could easily clip me for 40 or 50 with one of those rocks, just one of them. And so if I get hit by both of these dudes, I'm in terrible shape. Now, what I'm going to do, I don't know if I can live long enough to have this happen, but I'm just going to roll this guy. I'm going to go bowling against this stone giant just to be nasty. My spire is electrocuting this dude, bouncing the shot. So the spire is either immune to electrical damage or it just passes through him. I'm not exactly sure how it functions. The lightning spire does not stop a bolt of electricity, correct? And you can shoot it through the lightning spire and it doesn't damage it. Is that right? So they're electric immune, but they don't actually stop the bolt, right? So like he shot the bolt and then it bounced off the wall, hit the Cyclops again, and then bounced out here. So it's kind of nice to think about if you're a caster. You could, like, you know, if say the Cyclops was right here on this square, I could lightning bolt the Cyclops through my own lightning spire. It would not anger my lightning spire. It would not damage my lightning spire. And I could do that. So it's something that's kind of a nice thing to think about. I'm going to just poison, I think, this Cyclops with poison vapors. I don't know if he's actually... Yeah, he's not immune or resistant to poison in any capacity. So he'll breathe that in eventually. Now, the Orb of Destruction is going to hit this stone giant, and let's just kind of see what happens. I'm just going to push S and wait. And he got blasted, but he's not dead. So we're going to clean things up with another Lightning Spire. And then I'm just going to airstrike this guy, I think. Let's see if this finishes him. It does not. Let me see what happens. I want to look at my text really fast. Did I just miss? No, it hit him. It just didn't do a super amount of damage. So I'm going to try it again. I don't know if Airstrike is the best spell to cast here. I could just Lightning Bolt him, but it might be a little bit loud. Yeah, St. Roz, I think you're right about that. It didn't miss. It just rolled badly. I mean, does Airstrike check against armor class? Okay, there you go. Exactly. So it checks AC. So he's not going to take that much damage against it. So I think then the plan might just be to Searing Ray and then let him die. It can deal 0 damage, St. Roz. Yeah. See, that's... It's good, but just not against that target. It was a poor choice for that target. We got him because the Lightning Spire is shooting. But it was slightly scary, and in subsequent versions of the game, that strategy wouldn't have worked because he ran out of rocks and was forced to march toward me. All right. So I'd have to just bite the bullet and launch either another Orb of Destruction, but that might be too slow. Probably just launch lightning bolts at him and just accept the fact that it's going to be really noisy. The reason I wasn't launching lightning bolts is I didn't want to draw a bunch of enemies to that staircase because the staircases are kind of suspect right now. All right, let me just check this guy out. How are you doing? You have 4 rocks, so you're doing quite well for yourself. I'm going to just give you an Orb of Destruction. He's hit me with a rock, and he's been exploded. The Orb of Destruction annihilated him. And you can tell, one good way in this game to tell that an enemy has been killed is to see if there's any tiles that have blood on them. And let me just look at the screen and see if there's any blood. Oh my god. 80% of the screen is covered in the Cyclops' blood. That's pretty funny. That was a massive explosion. Alright, let me move out of the way of my Lightning Spire. It really doesn't, St. Roz. It's always just a treat. I say always like I'm old hat with it. Ooh, good one, St. Roz. But they don't get old, right? They get dead. They don't have time to age. They just see this purple ball, and it's over. Hey, Angel, what's up, man? Just playing some Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup here. Working on a mission to not die. That should be my bumper sticker. Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. Trying not to die since, you know, 2011 or something. That's right, Peacock. I can finally... to be honest, Snack suggested it, and I had never really messed around with that spell myself before. I hadn't gotten casters high enough to really use it reliably. So I'm glad that I went with it. There's a little bit of funk to it, but when it hits, good God, does it hit. Just a question for my own sanity on Orb of Destruction. Hopefully you guys can clarify this. It cannot be hit by an enemy and dispelled, can it? Like, you can't either shoot it with a projectile or a spell and cause the orb to erupt prematurely, can you? They're indestructible? Perfect. Now then, the beautiful question is, what happens when an Orb of Destruction hits another Orb of Destruction? Is it like Thor's hammer hitting Captain America's shield or something? Like, I mean, are we in big explosion? That's sweet. I loved that. I mean, that's why Dungeon Crawl is so good. Little interactions like that, that is awesome. Alright, I'm going to just kill Maurice with some electricity if I can. I wasn't really able to do so. I'm going to put a... Maurice doesn't care about that. I'm just going to hit Maurice with Orb of Destruction. I think this situation calls for Orb of Destruction. Yeah, exactly. It is this, like, kamikaze, like, just explosion clash. Alright. Everybody, place your bets in the chat. Does Maurice survive this situation? Oh, God. Yeah, you're right, St. Roz. He's dead. I hate Boris. I really don't want to see him. Alright, I'm going to push the S key. And, yep. Maurice has been blown up. Alright, I'm going to move out of the way and just zap this guy. And he dies. Lightning Spire. Lightning Spire. This is just Lightning Spire doing its thing. I'm going to go up the stairs and recover. So, I don't think... I have Starburst, but I haven't really... I don't have a huge desire to learn this spell. I don't know. Do you guys think this Starburst is worth going out of my way to learn? Or should I just wait for some, you know, Tornado or some bigger spell or something like that? I have Tornado down here. And it's a trim 92% fail. I also have Spellforge Servitor. And I could get this guy out. I have Iron Shot too. I mean, these are all considerations. If I could dump Lightning Bolt if I was just not happy with it. Yeah, Peacock, I think you're right about that. I mean, like, it seems hard to use. It seems situational. And so I might probably want to just stick with a more reliable nuke like Iron Shot. Honestly, I don't know what you guys think, but there is some argument to just forgetting Lightning Bolt and memorizing Iron Shot at this point. I mean, Lightning Bolt can be great, and it's much longer range, but it's a little funky and really noisy. Although, I don't have much Earth magic, and by much, I mean 0. That's a good question. I have... Yeah, that's a good call, Peacock. I have 4 Scrolls of Amnesia. And you're right, Magic Dart is probably doing about 0 damage right now. You know what I mean? And that's not very much. Yeah, St. Roz, you're right. Shock is awful. The only, like, reason that I'm not just jumping on forgetting those spells, which I should forget them, and I will eventually, is just that forgetting Magic Dart and Shock doesn't give me enough spell schools to get a big spell. And so, you know, if I wanted to forget, like, Fulminant Prism or Lightning Bolt, that would directly open up the possibility for me to get a bigger spell. Anyway, we don't have to do that now. We're in the Orcish Mines. It's not the most terrifying of locales. Well, it can be. I mean, I say that and I'll probably die just for insulting it, but like right here, I guess I can always just Orb of Destruction, but it's probably overkill. I mean, I don't think I need to do that to this guy. Yeah, I haven't really either, St. Roz. It can be really, really good. It can make a massive explosion, which is fun, and I don't have a lot of AoE. Like, if I get Tornado, I guess, then I have some, but right now, not so much. Okay, perfect. Well, we found our first shop, and it's a antique armor Emporium. I think the gloves, I mean, these boots are probably worth considering, so I'll put them on the shopping list, but I'm not going to pull the trigger on them just yet. If you look at my inventory, I have +2 of everything that I can have on, so I'm not over the moon about these things right now. Oh no, Chris. How you doing, Chris? Good evening, my friend. Your cheesecake failed. That's terrible. From an award-winning cheesecake maker, that's got to be a bummer. Although custard isn't the worst in the world. It's just not the nice consistency of a cheesecake that you're looking for. All right, I'm going to give this guy purple. Aw, my purple hit the wall. That is a shame. All right, then let's just give this guy lightning bolt. And he's dead. And let's explore. Let's see how everyone's doing. Ooh, yes. We've got a book emporium. Now, I don't know if there's a book that I'm really excited about, like maybe spatial translocations. Let me examine it. Honestly, like, I mean, Passage of Galubria would be okay, but now that there's no controlled blink, I already have regular blink. Let's see. Summoning, I'm not really good at summoning. Burglary, I don't think, I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think about swiftness? Do you think swiftness is a good get, or invisibility? Like, are these essential abilities? Yeah. It's just, is it worth 1,000 gold? You know? Because this book is 1,000. I don't know yet. Peacock, that's exactly how I think of the Vehement 2. It's just basically Emperor Palpatine shooting electricity. Yeah, fair enough, St. Roz. I'm not doing any stabbing, you know? Alright. So we got a weapon shop. Yeah, I think these are all good points. Thank you, everybody. You're really bringing it tonight. Good points all around. I don't think I need any of this at all. So let's just keep exploring. Oh, nice. General store. Let's see. So condenser vein is pretty good, isn't it? Is the condenser... You know, I don't really have much experience with the condenser vein, to be honest. How does it operate? Is it like a lightning spire, or does it... What does it do? Oh, is this the Wand of Clouds or something? It creates a 3x3 block of clouds around every enemy in line of sight. Oh, wow. So it's even better than Wand of Clouds. Will it hit you if you are adjacent to an enemy? It will avoid you? Okay. It seems really good. I got you, Peacock. Hey. I go on those myself. Yeah, I think I might just buy it. It seems insane. Oh, Chris, that's awesome. Congratulations on finishing the game. Are you going to keep playing and tweak out your graveyard a little bit? Or are you going to take a break and move on? You only get one shot before you recharge. Oh, okay, that's good to keep in mind. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and buy. I'm going to buy the Condenser Vein, Potion of Brilliance, and a Scroll of Identify, and another Potion of Brilliance. Yes. Okay. Money, money everywhere. Huh. I have to say, you know, I'm not like an expert at this game, but It's been a while, I feel like, since I've encountered an Orcish Mines level 2 that doesn't have a vault where the stores are kept, and there's really no... I mean, there were stone giants, they were hard, but this was just a wide open floor with no central superstructure for the orcs. They didn't change the Orcish Mines in 2.6, right? This is just one of the outcomes that you can get for it, is just shops randomly strewn around and no base. That was the vault? Alright then. Well, it wasn't too bad. Oh, that's a good point. Yes, I should do that, Peacock. I should look for some other... Oh no, I've actually used all the stairs. There was a disjointed vault, Peacock, but what I did was I tunneled over to it because there's pros and cons to a vault like this, right? And this vault was so hard because there were all of those ranged enemies that were pelting me from the staircase. So I had to use a wand of digging over there to find a staircase where I wasn't getting mauled. Alright, well, now it's time to pick where we want to go. Honestly, these are bad choices. God. What do? Go to the snake pit? Alright, here's my choices. I can go to the snake pit, do some more of the main dungeon, or do the shoals. Not very exciting. I wish I had the... Yeah, it is really low, isn't it? Alright then, that's pretty much a recipe for snakes. Let's just see how the snake pit goes.